What's up guys, just Messi here, welcome to a brand new video, welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. It sounds good to say that, and today is June the 2nd, and in particular, there aren't many confirmed deals to get through today, but as always, there'll be a lot of juicy rumours at the end. But before you get any further guys, as always, if you smash 1,000 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, click subscribe for daily FIFA content. Remember, 8 AM is transfers, 9 PM is gameplay related, and also in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on today's rumours, rumours I should do in the next episode. And also, if you missed any of my previous videos, they'll be down below in that description box, or alternatively, check out my channel and they'll also be on there. And also, if you're a mobile user and you haven't already, if you don't ever want to miss a transfer video, basically, if you go onto my channel, there's a little bell icon, I think it is. If you tick that, you'll get notified whenever a video goes live. And you'll also be able to write notification gang in the comments below, guys. So, let's start with the very first confirmed one today, and that is going to be Caner Erkin, the Turkish international, making the switch to Inter Milan. It's finally been confirmed now from Fenerbahce on a free transfer. And one thing I really like about this guy, apart from his stats, his card being incredible, he actually gets a green link to the guy that I really like on this game called Salih Uçan, who plays for Roma, a really good Turkish silver centre mid with 5-star weak foot. Now let's go to the next one. It's going to be a Dutch player, a striker called Tom van Vert. I don't know who he is personally. I don't think many people probably will, but he has joined FC Groningen. And that one is for my Dutch viewers that like Eredivisie football. And then finally we got on to Czech. I'm going to call him a Turkish fullback this time, joining Rizespor and his former club. I'm going to butcher this one, I know. Aliyanaspor, and he previously had a club until I think it was December. He got released, joined Aliyanaspor, I think he got released again, and now has moved to this team. That is the very last confirmed one, but there may be one or two in the potential lot that could well be announced by the time this video potentially even goes live. But I'll mention them as soon as we get to them. So the very first potential one today is going to be Martin Skrtel, and this season he was a walking disaster for us at the back, but one thing I can't really take any credit away from him for, he was an extremely loyal servant. He probably should have been out of our defence a few years ago, but it looks like he could be moving to Middlesbrough, and apparently, according to Sky Sports gossip column, we could be getting up to £6 million for him. So a couple of weeks ago, he was linked to a move to Turkey, and it looks like he will 100% be leaving because of obviously Joel Matip incoming on a free transfer from Schalke. But Skrtel for £6 million, honestly, if I was part of Liverpool's transfer committee, I would bite Middlesbrough's hand off. And now we go on to Troy Deeney then. Now, Sky Sports gossip column are suggesting that Tottenham want to sign Watford striker Troy Deeney as a look for cover for first team choice centre forward Harry Kane. So yesterday it was Lacazette that was linked as a kind of a partner for Harry Kane, but Troy Deeney could come in as a backup for both of them. And apparently Watford would be looking for around £7 million for him. And one thing that I actually kind of give this guy credit for, he definitely knows where the back of the net is, and he's very good at holding the ball up, so he wouldn't be a bad plan B from the bench. But at the same time, you could look at it, is he really Tottenham quality? I don't really think so. But now we go on to Ashley Wiliams, and in particular, this again is Swansea City, and this is regarding their takeover deal. So Sky Sports yesterday tweeted, breaking news, American investment group agreed takeover deal for Swansea City. So that was in talks the other day, and apparently it's going through now, although personally I don't know what it really entails for them, whether they're completely rich owners or anything, but it could add stability potentially. Although in all honesty, Swansea seem like a very stable club as it is anyway, so if I was to give you more information, I'd have to look it up a little bit more. Now we go on to Alvaro Morata. This guy, this honestly could be like the big transfer saga this summer, because it's like a merry-go-round at the moment, because obviously right now he's owned by Juventus, but there's a lot of big name clubs after him. I'm not saying Juve aren't, by the way, but likes of Arsenal, United, and also I think it's Paris Saint-Germain, they're all interested in him, but he's also got a big buyback clause from Real Madrid, apparently of just €30 million. So this one's according to Gazzetta dello Sport. They're saying that Real Madrid and Juventus are to meet over the striker's current future, because right now it's a little bit unclear what he'll be doing, and next week it should become a lot clearer, potentially on Monday or Tuesday. So Madrid allowed the 23-year-old to leave for Juve in the summer of 2014, but recently obviously they won the Champions League, and they've always retained the right to buy him back with quite a small fee really in comparison to what they could sell him on for. And now after Juve have won back-to-back Serie A and Coppa Italia doubles, the Spanish daily AS are reporting that Real Madrid are willing to part with the €30 million required to take him back to his homeland. So it looks like Real could activate that, but I imagine, I'm not sure whether they'd sell him straight on or not, but it's just an interesting one really. And now we go on to a managerial one. That is going to be Roberto Di Matteo, the former Chelsea man, has now officially apparently agreed to join Aston Villa. This one could be announced today. This is one of the confirmed ones I was talking about. He could become their new manager today, and apparently it's a 2-year deal, and he's agreed to join the relegated club. And the 3 bullet points are that Di Matteo could be confirmed as early as today, like I mentioned. The Italian won the FA Cup and Champions League with Chelsea back in 2012, and he was the first choice of the new Villa owner despite the takeover delay, and they definitely need some stability. So now we go on to James Chester, the Welshman today apparently is open to move to Swansea City, and this is because I think he's been struggling to get first team football at West Brom, and he's open for an £8 million move potentially to Swansea to boost his national team chances. So he was bought by West Brom for £8 million from, I think it's Hull City maybe, and apparently he's very good friends with Ashley Wiliams and would like to reunite with him as at a club level basically, and they were interested back in January. Now we go on to Pjanić, the Bosnian this time of Roma, today linked to the big boys Barcelona, and according to Mundo Deportivo, they will attempt to reunite current coach Luis Enrique with Pjanić and are willing to match his buyout clause of €38 million before the deadline of July the 15th. So they've got over a month, probably a month and a half to get this done, and the pair worked together in Rome during the 2011 and 2012 Serie A season. And just look how good that card looks on FIFA right now. Them stats are crazy good, and definitely that card really rivals Luka Modric's team of the year. And now we got on to Gaston Ramirez, a player that helped Borough get promotion. Apparently they're not going to be signing him on a permanent basis, and that is because the Daily Star saying that Middlesbrough will not be able to sign Southampton's Gaston Ramirez permanently as he looks to set to join Penarol, who I think they're a Uruguayan club apparently. So he could be going back to his homeland, which would be quite a strange one because I know he done very well for Borough. But that's how some things work. Now we go on to Bazoa, I think that's how you pronounce his name. The young Dutchman, he's very hyped up, especially on FIFA. Today linked to Tottenham. And the Daily Express are saying that Tottenham are reportedly considering a summer move for Ajax youngster Richard Bazoa. So no fears to be mentioned. That's literally all it says right now. But I imagine he could be some hot property over the next couple of years. Now we go on to the next guy. That is going to be Ruben Semedo. I'm not quite sure where his picture's gone. There he is. Today linked to Southampton. At first I thought it was the right back that I love using on FIFA, but apparently I think it's his brother that plays for the same club, which is Benfica. But apparently Southampton are preparing a £12 million bid for the Sporting CP central defender Ruben Semedo. So that'd be an interesting one, and also would bring a hyperlink to, I think it's Cedric, the right back. Now we got on to Marquinhos this time, linked to Manchester City and Pep Guardiola. And the source for this one is going to UOL. I'm not sure what that is. If it's anything like Manchester Evening News or anything, let me know in the comments below what that is. But it's saying that Man City boss Pep Guardiola is ready to step up his pursuit of PSG centre-back Marquinhos, although he faces competition from United, Chelsea and Barcelona. I think it was Chelsea was linked to him back in January with a whopping £40 million move after they failed to get John Stones. Now we go on to Juan Cuadrado this time, the Colombian, still owned, I think. Was he owned by Chelsea? I'm not too sure. But apparently Barca want him now. So FisherShares.net are saying that Barcelona are eyeing a move for Chelsea flop Juan Cuadrado, with Dani Alves set to join Juventus in the next coming days. So initially Cuadrado was linked when he was at Fiorentina to Barca, and that was as a right back. So now he's off gone to Chelsea. He flopped hard there. I'm pretty sure he's still owned by them, but he done well at Juve if I'm correct, and now could be on his way to Barcelona, and that would be a sick one for FIFA right there. Now we go on to a youngster I've never heard of, but today is linked to Liverpool, and apparently he's called Samuel Bastien, and last season was spent out on loan at Avellino in the Serie B and is owned currently by the Belgian club Anderlecht. So basically it reads that Liverpool are closing in on a deal for Anderlecht starlet Samuel Bastien, with a 19-year-old having impressed the Red Scouts while out on loan at Italian Serie B club Avellino, and apparently it's £4 million. So honestly, again, I can't say if he's good or not because I haven't watched anything about him, but if you have watched him, guys, let me know in the comments below what he is like. And then we're going to Hugo Lloris today. Apparently he has turned down a new contract offer by Spurs, and this is according to Daily Mirror. They're saying that Hugo Lloris has rejected Spurs' new contract offer, with the France international looking for Spurs to up their offer and make him one of the highest paid goalkeepers in world football if he is to stay put. And if I was one of the Spurs directors or anything, I'd offer this man what he wants because he's definitely one of the best goalkeepers in world football. Now we're going to Ryan Giggs this time, and apparently he is set to leave Manchester United, and according to Daily Mirror, he's going to end his 29-year association with United when Mourinho arrives. There were reports he'd been offered the under-21 job, but apparently he's not going to be taking that, and also Mourinho is looking to bring in Rui Ferreira as his new number 2. And now the day starts, and that Chelsea are lining up a £20 million bid for Roma's Germany defender Antonio Rudiger, who's 23 years old. And I've mentioned in the last 3 episodes now, apparently it's 23 million, stuff like that. They signed him from Stuttgart on a permanent basis for £6 million and look to be shipping him off straight again now for basically a profit. And that's a good bit of business right there from Roma if they don't really want to keep him for next season. Now we go on to Zlatan Ibrahimov, a man that again features every single episode, but today apparently he's ruled out a return to Malmo. So this is according to BBC Sport then. So basically the quote is apparently from a conference yesterday, and it says that he's ruled out a return to Malmo because he's insisting that he is too good to play league football in Sweden. So that comes across as very arrogant, but it's pretty rightly so from his point of view. And it's hard really not to like Ibrahimovic, but basically, he's also said on top of this, he told the media on Wednesday he would reveal his next club once he got tired of reading all the speculation. So right now, he is loving it. He's milking it all in, getting all the attention, and every single day he's linked to a new club, whether that's China, this BPL, MLS, wherever it is. He obviously already knows right now, and he's just waiting for the right time. And right now he's got the media and stuff like a puppet, because usually the club are the ones to announce it and say, oh, blah, blah, we signed, say, Ibra. But right now it's like Ibra's announcing the club have got him. And finally today we've got one that is huge news, to be honest, this, because apparently it's very close to being confirmed. And that is Pep Guardiola's potential first signing as the Man City boss of Ilkay Gündoğan from Dortmund for £20 million. And this is BBC Sports, so a very, very reliable source. And it's that Man City is set to confirm the signing of Ilkay Gündoğan from Borussia Dortmund. The 25-year-old international recently underwent knee surgery, but that will not affect his move whatsoever, because if I'm right, he dislocated his kneecap. And he forgot to say cap at the end of that, but yeah, kneecap he's dislocated, and apparently City have reached an agreement with Dortmund with a transfer fee reportedly being of £20 million. So that is an absolute bargain. It's just whether he can keep out of the injury zone, because he's a fantastic player, world-class player potentially, and that could be one hell of a first signing for Pep. And the final bit says completion of the deal is understood to be imminent, so could be announced potentially today, guys, which if it is confirmed, I'll cover it in tomorrow's episode. So that is all the confirmed and potential ones, and again, there's some big ones happening. So guys, that's going to be the end of the video. So as always, if you can smash 1,000 followers likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you're new to my channel, class subscribe for daily FIFA content, and in the comments below, let me your thoughts on today's rumours, that rumours I shoot in the next episode, guys. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.